The Hour of Joy with Joy Sutton starts now.
It's the hour of joy, joy. It's the hour of joy, joy. It's the hour of joy, joy. It's the hour of joy, joy.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. There are few times in life when you meet someone that makes you believe that all hope is not lost. I will never forget the day I met our first guest. Her story of how she overcame a drug addiction was so powerful it brought tears to my eyes as I listened. And it made me realize how many good people out there have been caught up in the web of drug addiction. You may even know someone. It could be a family member, a friend, a coworker, or yourself. Today, you will hear from people who have battled addictions, including a TV personality who had to fight his battle publicly. All of them are sharing their stories in hopes of helping someone else. Take a listen to the story of my first guest.
Left hand, right hand, both hands. I need you to survive. That's when you do that. 1, 2, back, push.
Cassandra Williams never imagined she would one day be a role model for young girls.
I'm still at awe. I haven't even grasped really where I am. I haven't even grasped the concept of I am really in this place, because this is a place I always wanted to be.
For much of her life, more than 19 years, Cassandra was in a downward spiral, addicted to crack cocaine.
What was rock bottom for you?
The day I chose drugs over my 4 children and the man that loved me.
One of her most painful memories was when her youngest daughter was 5, and Cassandra made a quick stop to give her children some money on her way to buy drugs.
My daughter, I gave her the money. She was like, Mom, give me a hug. And I pushed her away, and I was like, I'll be back. I just got to go right now. I got to go. And I didn't hug her, and I jumped in the car, and I was riding down. It's like an alley, because they live in an apartment complex, and it was like an alley. And I was riding down, and I happened to look in the rearview mirror, and something so powerful said, go back and hug that child. And I looked in the rearview mirror, and she was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and she was going out of my view until I couldn't see her. And I just whipped that car around, and I jumped out of that car, and she was still standing there with her little arms open, like, is she gonna hug? She gonna leave me, you know? And I already left her. And this little baby just standing there with her arms open. And I got on the car, and I just got down on my knees, and I hugged a 5-year-old. And I had to say, please forgive me, because Mama is on drugs so bad, I can't help you right now. Her father was looking out the window, and he said, Sandra, it's gonna get better.
Cassandra works hard to be there for the girls in her dance troupe in a way she wasn't able to be for her own children.
She means like another mother to me, because she is honest. She's a woman of God, and she likes to help people.
From the beginning, she's always been honest with the girls about her past.
It made me feel a little sad but happy at the same time, because it was like a miracle or something.
A miracle because Cassandra quit the drugs cold turkey. A miracle because Cassandra has been drug-free for 6 years now. A miracle because she went on to earn a GED at 41 years old and is now enrolled in college.
I'm a student at Liberty University. Yes! I'm getting my bachelor's in criminal justice. Yes! I'm going to be a probation officer, because that is my goal.
Cassandra credits God for her transformation and is forever grateful to her sister and her children's father for never giving up on her.
If you have a child or niece or neighbor don't even have to be related to you, that are on drugs, I believe that the greatest thing that you can tell them and show them is love right where they are. Don't turn your back on them.
Cassandra hopes her life will be an example to others that new beginnings are possible.
I love you. We need some more help, Amaya. Come on, Amaya, we need some help.
I learned that you can have done something bad back then, but you can still change it and reverse what you've done and turn it into something good.
Great job, great job. Yeah. Great job. Give yourself a hand. We need each other to pray. We need each other. We can't do it by ourselves. I have impacted a whole lot of lives. I'm not ashamed to tell my story because somebody need to hear it.
And Cassandra is in our studio today. Thank you so much for sharing your
welcome.
story. You can see while it brought tears to my eyes, and I'm sure to even many people who are watching your story in the audience, what was it like to see that unfold there?
Like one of my dancers said, it's a miracle. I mean, a place I never thought was possible, but I'm here, and I'm so grateful. Oh, God.
And to see it, does it remind you of just how
Oh,
far
yes.
you've come?
Yes, I can just glance back. I don't even have to turn all the way around. I can just glance back and think of where I was, and I say nothing is possible. Nothing is impossible. Because this is real. And I was sharing with my children last night that I'm still at a shocking stage. Like, this is real. I'm still here. You know, it's just so awesome. I can't believe that I'm still here, but I know that everything is possible.
And so, Cassandra, I know your daughter is here, and we saw in the piece you were the young girl who was 5 years old when your mother had that experience with you. Do you remember that at all?
A little bit. I can remember she just told me that she couldn't help me because she was on drugs, and she drove off. That's all.
So you do remember her driving off? How hard was it for you growing up knowing that your mom was addicted to crack and wasn't there?
It was very hard because I knew that it was hard on my father. He couldn't do everything, and I just wanted love from my mother because I never had it, and I just really wanted her to always be there for us and always to be there, hold us, do our hair, but she couldn't be there because she was just after drugs, and I just wanted her to be there.
So when you look at your mom today, to think that she was addicted to crack for 19 years, and now to see your mom today where she is, how do you feel?
I feel happy. I just thank God that she off drugs, that she could always be with us, and I can tell her more, and I trust her, and I love her.
And you forgave her? Were you ever angry?
I loved her so much. I always will forgive her.
And so, Cassandra, I know one of the reasons why we wanted to share your story is that there are a lot of people out there who are watching who may have given up on a loved one. 19 years is a long time, and there are probably people who gave up on you. What would you say to some family member or even someone out there who's watching who feels like they're giving up?
Sometimes when and there's a lot of people out there, we always got somebody in our family that's doing something. But when it comes to drugs, because it's such a hard thing to give up, it's such a hard thing to do in your own strength, the greatest thing we can do is to show them love, despite of not saying that you have to let them come and give them money or anything, but show them love in a positive way. Try to help them to do something. And like my goal is to continue to do positive things. I didn't know any positive things, and when the person is on drugs, they don't know many positive things. We can't expect them to do better if they don't know better, but we can help them to try to do better, even where they are.
And I like that. So to love them right where they are, I thank
Right
you
where
for
they
sharing
are.
your story.
Thank you.
And we're going to hear from more people who've gone through similar struggles. So we thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
The hour of joy, joy.
Coming up.
How does it start? How did it start for you, Jackie?
When I was 13, I was in a very abusive relationship, and I learned to numb and to self-medicate.
You can't believe the things you do for the addiction, for the drugs.
Joy.
Join us on Facebook and on the web at thehourofjoy.com.
My day consists of corralling 3 kids, 2 dogs, and my husband. Today, it's soccer, gymnastics, and football.
Mom, I need some ketchup.
Can I get some ketchup, please? So when the old van broke down, I needed an auto loan fast.
Can I take this?
With Member One, my loan was approved quickly, and I got an amazing low rate with flexible terms.
Apply for your low-rate Member One auto loan today by clicking on MemberOneFCU.com or visiting a branch.
Member One, my loan solution for life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Jordan. As an executive coach and best-selling author, I've helped hundreds achieve career success, and I can help you too.
The Success Associates have given me the confidence and tools needed to take my career to the next level.
I started out unsure about my career direction. Now, thanks to Success Associates, I have a great career and life balance to enjoy it.
If you can dream it, we can achieve it. Open the door to your future. Call the Success Associates today.
Experience the salon and day spa that sets the standard in the Valley. Le Chevaux Salon and Day Spa. With an incredible staff of 35 waiting to serve your needs, Le Chevaux tailors to your every desire. From styling to manicures and pedicures, from laser hair removal and facials to massage and couple spa treatments. You'll also find all of your cosmetics, including Bare Minerals, Smashbox Cosmetics, and many others. Plus, find hair care from Bumble and Bumble, Diva Curl, and more. Experience Le Chevaux at our 2 new locations.
It's the hour of joy, joy. It's the hour of joy, joy. It's the
We've been talking today about overcoming addiction. My next guests have both battled addictions to alcohol and prescription painkillers. Thank you, Brian and Jackie, for joining us. I know we just heard Cassandra's story. Can you relate when you see what she went through? What was your reaction when you saw that, Jackie?
I was crying, definitely. A lot of it relates to me, and it's pretty amazing how a lot of addicts, it all kind of does intertwine, and it all seems to be a lot of the same stories, and so it's very interesting.
And what about you, Brian?
Yeah, I could relate a lot. You know, the insanity of it all. You just, you can't believe the things you do for the addiction or the drugs, you know. And it's just, you don't want to, but you pretty much have to. You know.
Is that bad that it almost feels like it has such a hold on you? What is that like, I guess?
Yeah, it's, you tell yourself that you're not going to do it anymore, you know, but you don't know what you're up against. You know, you end up doing some of the most insane things to get that drug, you know, and you hurt family, friends, everything like that, you know, and it's really tough.
When you're going through that, do you realize that you're hurting people? Is it just that you can't stop, or how do you get beyond that when you know that you're hurting like a family member or someone you love?
I think for me, you don't realize that you're hurting that family member. You're so self-absorbed. You don't, for me, I was hurting my entire family and had no idea until recently. You know, they're starting to open up and share with me kind of the pain that they went through, because it really is a family disease.
Many people may wonder, how does it start? How did it start for you, Jackie?
Well, when I was 13, I was in a very abusive relationship from 13 to 16, and I learned to numb and to self-medicate, and that kind of got me through. And then it started with alcohol, and that just hooked me, and I couldn't stop. It really is, it's insanity. Kept trying to stop and just couldn't.
How much were you drinking? If you could kind of give us an idea, how bad was it for you?
About a fifth a day.
A fifth of
liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every day?
Every day.
Mm-hmm. Were you able to function?
In the beginning, no. I did it to pass out, and I just to forget basically some of the things that had happened throughout that relationship. And I was so young and just didn't know any better. And then going on to college, it became an everyday thing. I quit going to school, and I went to school at the beach, went to college at the beach, and I would end up on the beach and had a fifth of liquor by myself, and then would go out drinking that night And so I was functional, you know, throughout the night.
Wow.
So it progressed, and I built up my tolerance to it.
And what about you, Brian? Were you a teenager when it started?
Well, I started drinking when I was a teenager. I guess I've drank most of my life, aside from, you know, the time that I was in the AA program and here in the last year and a half. But most of my life I've been addicted to anything that was pleasurable, you know. And alcohol was, you know, the first thing that really got out of hand for me. And
How bad did it get for you?
Very bad, very bad. Like I say, I was in the AA program before in the '90s, and I had almost 10 years of sobriety, and I went back out for another 12 years.
Wow. So you had gone through AA program, were sober for 10 years, and went back?
Yes.
Wow. So now, how long have you been clean this time?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Wow. So that you deserve a round of applause. 'Cause, yeah, definitely. So, what would you say, Brian? What would you say is different this time? What makes it click? How do you get to the point that you say, I'm going to do this?
Even when I was, you know, at my lowest level, I wanted to get back. I knew the help was there. Just self-pride and those type things, man. I just kept putting it off until I reached such a bottom that I was ready to take my own life.
It had gotten to the point that you were even really ready to take your own life?
Right. And eventually I tried it. And thank God, you know, God has a different plan for me. He didn't want me just yet. So I made it back here and made it back into the program, and with the help of, you know, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and all that, and a few doctors here and there. You know, I'm back, and it's great now. It's wonderful today. And also, I've got to give a heavy mention to my wife.
She supported you?
No, through it all. 27 years. Yeah.
You know, and that seems to be a big theme, even when we talk to Cassandra, is people not giving up. Because I think sometimes people judge you, or they think, why can't you just give this up? You know it's hurting us, or you know it's hurting yourself, just quit. You know, a lot of people have that mentality. So how important was it for you to see that there are people who care, or to have the support, or somebody just to say, hey, I'm standing by your side?
Oh, remarkable. I mean, it will literally, I went through a treatment program, Bethany Hall, and I had a relapse. I as well had some time. I had about a year, and I relapsed and went back to them. I was discharged from the program and went back after my relapse. And it's just, I mean, to have that unconditional support and love is just, it really does help you pick back up, you know, because you really fall. I mean, and when you fall hard. And it's nice to have those hands there to pick you back up.
When somebody is dealing with an addiction, because there may be somebody who's watching today, maybe it's prescription painkillers. I know you guys both dealt with that as well. Maybe it's crack, maybe it's bath salts, all the new things that we're hearing out there. What would you say to them? What has to click in their mind for them to be able to get the help they need and to start on that path? What do you think has to click?
I think you have to be ready. I mean, I think it really is God and Spirit and you. I mean, I think you just have to be ready, because so many people, I said this earlier, if love could have gotten me sober, I would have been sober a long time ago. But it really is something that has to come within yourself. I mean.
And what would you say, Brian?
I'd say, yeah, that's true. You've got to want it. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that want it and just don't know what to do. They need to know that there is help out there. If you reach out, I mean, AA is right in the phone book. You know, you can call that number, and they'll find you people that'll help. And that's how the program works. We help each other. And if there's anybody out there that is suffering now and just don't know what to do, you know, there's lots and lots of help out there. You got to be willing. You got to be honest, and just have, you know, be willing to have a spiritual program in your life. But man, the difference is so incredible.
How do you feel now? I mean, do you feel like when you're, I mean, is it like night and day? How would you describe the difference?
It is like night and day.
Yeah.
It truly is. I mean, the joy that comes, I mean, it is, I'm a totally different person. And I mean, the transformation, you know, I hear stories of how I was just 2 years ago. I had 2 years sober December 10th. And to see the difference, I mean, it is just the path, the things that have happened to me, the people that I've met.
And you know, I think the one thing that I think a lot about is that this can happen to anyone. And I think sometimes people can be judgmental, but this could happen to anyone. And I think when people look at you on the street, they may not think, gosh, this person is dealing with a problem.
Right.
Why do you think that people have this misconception that it's only certain people?
I think it's just part of society. It's kind of what society has made it out to be, that they're bums or whatever.
But you were a college student?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's doctors, there's lawyers, I mean, so many people that it can affect. It really is not, I mean, it's not discriminatory at all.
And Brian, what would you say?
I'd say that, you know, I can't say who, but I've seen a lot of people at the meetings that it's all walks of life. It's no respect. The disease is no respecter of persons. You know, there's people pull in there in a Mercedes and somebody pulls in there on a moped. You know, I mean, and these guys hug and shake hands, and you know, and it's amazing to me. I mean, just about every age, race, sex, religion, whatever. You know, and it can hit anybody. A lot of people, you know, it's a little harder for them to admit, you know, but it's out there, and it can get you, you know, and but the main thing to know is there is help. You know,
there is help, and I think that's a good message, and I appreciate both of you coming on and kind of talking about your experiences. Coming up, we're going to talk to an expert who's going to tell us more about addiction. Stay with us.
Still to come.
Why is it that some of us can shop or even gamble or even try a drug and not have problems with it?
What scientists are finding, that there's genetic predisposition, the traits, the vulnerability, the possibilities.
Join us on Facebook and on the web at thehourofjoy.com.
Since 1866, Okies has taken care of Roanoke Valley families. We have grown and evolved over these past 145 years, but our dedication to the Roanoke Valley has never wavered. To this day, we are still owned and operated by the Okie family, so we can be flexible when a family has special requests. There are many affordable options, and we will never turn anyone away. Okie's Funeral Service and Crematory. Our family serving yours.
Valley Word Church, a place of hope, a place of healing, a place for family, a place where everyone belongs. Come experience Valley Word Church, Sunday mornings at 10 and Wednesdays at 7. We have a seat reserved just for you.
Luxuries from Europe and beyond. She's international because normal is such a naughty word. She's international, unique just for you. She's international, specializing in the otherwise unattainable fashions. Pashminas, luxury purses, accessories, unique jewelry, Venetian glass, and more. She's international, East Main Street in Salem.
It's the
Welcome back. Today we're asking the question, how do addictions begin, or what are some of the signs that you need professional help? Dr. M. Patel has been treating various addictions for more than 28 years. Thank you so much, Dr. Patel, for joining us. I know we've heard from 3 people today who've shared their stories on drug addiction, but what are some of the most common types that you're seeing?
The addiction in general, if you want to describe, common types could be chemical addictions, in which there is alcohol, marijuana, crack cocaine, good old heroin, and nowadays a lot of prescription drugs. But besides the chemical addiction, if you want to see, there's also behavioral addictions. People have behavioral addictions like gambling, shopping, eating. Nowadays, they have been able to find with neuroscience research that in the brain, the same area that gets lighted up when you do alcohol or crack cocaine or marijuana or any of those drugs, the same area gets really lighted up when people, those who are overeating or those who are shopping addiction, if you call gambling addiction, sex addiction. So scientists are able to locate that all addictions in the brain, they work more or less the same way. It's almost like that something that you do that rewards your brain, and brain likes that, brain remembers that. And then your brain kind of directs you to keep going back to that again and again and again. And that's why we find a lot of addiction patients that even though they get treatment, they get better, and then something happens in their life and they get relapse again.
So why is it that some of us can have addiction, some of us can shop or even gamble and not have problems with it, or even try a drug? There's been plenty of people who've tried marijuana, I'm sure some of them in our audience, they won't admit it, but that may have tried something but never got addicted. What's the difference?
It's a very good question, and I think what is the important piece, that there is nature versus nurture. And a lot of time people were debating whether it's only the choice, or is it just that people can just decide. But what scientists are finding, that there's genetic predisposition.
So there's a genetic predisposition
Absolutely.
for addiction?
Absolutely. There is a genetic predisposition which is not like that genetic means if my parents had addiction then I will definitely get. Not that kind of genetic predisposition, but the traits, the vulnerability, the possibilities. There are so many other subgroups of genetics that makes one person much more vulnerable. And if that person is exposed to that environment with friends, peers, family, whatever, they are definitely going to flourish completely.
That's really interesting, because I think many of us don't think of there being some kind of genetic component to that. We think it's just certain, but that's really interesting. And so are they looking into that more as a treatment option if they're noticing that this is a genetic reason?
That's the most recent one. There's a lot of research going on all over, everywhere. Actually, the American Society of Addiction Medicine, they took almost 4 years and some 80 different experts from worldwide to really refine their definition of addiction. Older way, there's all kinds of, there's a huge, if you Google around and you'll find tons of different definitions. But now they are telling that addiction is not just the moral problem or a social problem or criminal problem. It's a problem of brain. It's a brain disorder. And because of the brain disorder, the behaviors that may color social problems, the behaviors may be criminal acts, behaviors may be everything. And behaviors is one part, but actual disease is there's a small tiny area in the brain right behind your ear in the middle part. It's called limbic system. In that particular brain area, there are 3 small spots called reward circuit.
So you have a reward circuit.
Absolutely. We all have. Normally, our small kids, as you know, that lollipop. If you want something to be done, we give that kid a little lollipop, or you do this behavior and you give almost like a good old behavioral techniques. But even as an adult, you and me, we all have that same behavioral circuit, the reward circuit, that certain behavior you do, that circuit gets stimulated, you get reward. And then when that behavior is done or its time is lapsed, then you almost crave for it. You almost want it.
You have a craving. So I'm wondering, with addictions, do you try sometimes, particularly with the drug addiction, to give them another reward?
And that's,
or something else that can counteract that?
Absolutely. And that's why, see, there's a two-way. The traditional or standard treatment, still the golden rule of the treatment is 12-step lifestyle, AA, and that is still absolutely necessary. But what they have found, that it's biopsychosocial and spiritual disease. And because it is all 4 component, your treatment modality also needs all 4 component. Different tools in each component, you add them, and then you make a nice recipe. And that way you create. It's almost like otherwise if some people just get only this one part, and they may not get the full picture. They may get dry, but not necessarily sober.
Now let me ask you this. Do most people, even after they get help, go through relapse? Does that tend to happen?
Relapse is a rule, not an exception. I usually tell to my patients that just like if we pour water anywhere, water by nature will only go on the downward side. If you put up a fire anywhere, fire by its nature will only go upward. The same way, these are all characteristics. This is their basic qualities. The same way, addiction, illness, relapse is a rule, not an exception.
So we know that it's a possibility that it could happen.
It's very good probability unless you're actively working at it.
So it's something like once you've identified that someone has an addiction, whether it's gambling or in this case we've been talking about drug addiction, that unless you're treating all of those components and dealing with all those different areas, and there's a good chance they're going to relapse.
Absolutely. Because
but there is hope, because we've seen people. I mean, we look at Cassandra's story, and you realize, 19 years. So it is possible.
Oh, absolutely. I have heard some stories, some people that 32 years and then they had relapse. Briefly. Why? Because if they get off, then they lose that hope. But as you said, there is hope. Absolutely. If there is no hope, I won't be in this field for last 28 years, 30 years. Because when you talk about addiction patients, they get titles, labels. They are the worst manipulator. They are the toughest. I mean, they get all kinds of nasty names, if you call. But in spite of, they're the biggest challenge in healthcare field for us clinicians. But at the same time, they are the biggest reward-giving patient population.
Really. And that's why I said this can happen to good people.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm sure you see them, their mothers, their children, they're good people who fall into this trap.
Yes, yes. It does not discriminate age, sex, or whether there is their profession. Every walk of life, everybody, they do get affected with that.
So what would you say to a family who is watching this today, who has a loved one who may be addicted to a drug? How can they help that loved one? How can they begin the process for them?
I think the biggest thing for them to do, as earlier the story was also telling and the previous people were telling, that you never give up on them. You never give up on them. I do want to give one other point there though, that giving up and giving in to them, there's a difference.
Okay.
And I'll describe that by one brief quick story of one true patient of mine, that for 7 times that patient kept on coming to our treatment, and each time we never gave up, we kept on working at them, and 7th time us as a treatment team, we all sat together and we were almost feeling hopeless. We were feeling like this guy is such a hard-headed fellow and his illness is such a terrible illness that it's not budging. We were in a way decided that we want to call him in the treatment team and tell him that, look, next time you get drunk, don't come to us. We are giving up on you. We cannot treat you because you are beyond that. And while we were telling that, I was literally with tears. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking in my mind that why did I give up when I'm trying to teach that don't give up, don't ever give up on them. What I found later on, that actually I was not giving up on him, but we had decided to stop giving in to his relapsing nature of cycle. He was not able to break that cycle on his own yet. But when we decided to stop giving in to his cycle, because he gets drunk, he comes, we treat, we cure, we kind of seemingly cure him, get him out, he goes, he gets drunk, he comes back. In 5 years, 7 times. When he stopped giving in, there was the first time in 3 months he surprised me. He called my office and made an appointment for follow-up. Previous 7 times, each time we had told him that we want to get you follow-up, we want you to go to AA meetings, we want you to do this.
And he wouldn't do it.
He won't do that. This time he did. He turned around, and today that person has been able to save his marriage. He is still working, and that person has also quit smoking.
Wow.
Powerful
So
story.
I guess that's a good message. We thank you for joining us, Dr. Patel. I guess that message is don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. We'll be right back.
Coming up on The Joy of Fitness.
What is yoga? And do you think it's a great stress reliever?
The word yoga means connection or union, bringing together the mind with the body. Doing yoga brings you into that place where you're actually aware of what your body needs.
My day consists of corralling 3 kids, 2 dogs, and my husband. Today, it's soccer, gymnastics, and football.
Mom, I need some ketchup.
Can I get some ketchup, please? So when the old van broke down, I needed an auto loan fast.
Can I take this?
With Member One, my loan was approved quickly, and I got an amazing low rate with flexible terms.
Apply for your low-rate Member One auto loan today by clicking on member1fcu.com or visiting a branch.
Member One, my loan solution for life.
Good Samaritan Hospice is not a place, but it's a team of people who believe in the philosophy that people matter until they take their last breath.
My mother lived a full life, and she lived the way she wanted to live on her terms. And she died on her terms, and Good Samaritan Hospice made that possible.
For all of us working at Good Samaritan Hospice, we feel that this work is a privilege. We're truly walking on sacred ground.
Mattress stores seem to pop up like weeds overnight these days. Who do you trust to make sure you have the one mattress that's right for you? Grand Home Furnishings. We've been taking care of people around here for over 100 years. We have more mattresses than anyone in the area and the know-how to find the one that's right for you. Choose from top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Serta, Simmons, Kingsdown, and more. And with Mattress Express, buy it today and start sleeping better tonight. Grand Home Furnishings. Making people happy is what we do best.
The Joy of Fitness is brought to you by Our Health Magazine, the premier resource for healthcare and healthy living information in Southwest Virginia, Lynchburg, and now in Richmond.
It's the
Welcome back to the Hour of Joy. You know, sometimes just the stress of life can lead to an addiction. And as we search for ways to cope with life's challenges, there may be a better way. We're talking about yoga today. It is one option that can really be a great stress reliever. I'm joined by Terry Flattery and her wonderful people here who are showing us some of the moves of yoga. First of all, many of us have heard of yoga, but may not really understand what is yoga.
Well, the word yoga, Joy, means connection or union, bringing together the mind with the body. So that's.
And do you think it's a great stress reliever? I know we talked about with a lot of people suffering from addictions or finding ways to cope. How can it help you?
It is a wonderful stress reliever because it brings you into present moment awareness. So it really draws your mind into an awareness of your body. So if you're someone who runs around and doesn't eat when you're hungry, or doesn't have time to stop and go to the bathroom until it's urgent, then doing yoga brings you into that place where you're actually aware of what your body needs and less likely to run into stress. So if you're tired, you take a nap or you change your bedtime, that type of thing.
Well, one thing I like about it, girl, it's freeing. I don't have to put my shoes on. It kind of lets you breathe a little bit, but it seems like you have to be limber. Like these girls, I don't know if I can get down and do this. I do exercise, but is it more challenging? Is it as challenging as it looks?
It can be challenging and it can be gentle. There are several different forms of yoga, and what these two are practicing is the physical posture practice of yoga. They're doing yoga asana, which means posture, and they're basically bringing their mind's awareness into their body, and you can do it with simple movements rather than any kind of intense posture.
Mm-hmm. And what are the basic moves? I know typically there are like a set of moves that you go through with yoga, or can it vary?
It can really vary depending on the style of yoga. There are several styles. Ashtanga yoga relies on a set practice of several different postures that you flow through. Mm-hmm. Bikram yoga also relies on the same 26 postures. It's done in a hot room. The form of yoga that I practice is Kripalu and Pranakriya yoga, and it's a steady flow of postures, and there's no set sequence.
Oh, so when you're doing this, what are you doing? Is it just you're trying to connect your mind with your body? What are we doing with these techniques?
Okay, the most important part of yoga in and of itself is the breath. And what you're doing with the technique.
You mean like how you're breathing?
How you're breathing, yes. So it's a full deep breath, and that's one of the very first things I teach in a class, and we actually start every class with the centering and breath. And I've actually been sitting out in preparation for this, breathing deeply to try to manage my stress.
Mm-hmm. And so why is the breath so important? Is it helping us to kind of center us?
The breath ends up, you bring your mind into present moment awareness because you draw your mind into attention to the breath. And then once you have that down, you start moving the body with the breath and attuning movement with the breath. So for instance, if I lift my arm and I'm going to inhale the entire way up with my arm, and then exhale it down.
Now, is yoga something that people can just learn and do at home? Because it sounds complicated. You're talking about the breaths and, you know, all the combination of things that come together to make it effective. But is it something that's easy to learn that you could do at home?
Yoga is very easy to practice at home. There are some very basic postures. The thing that I would suggest if someone didn't want to go to a class is to look into videos or a book and try some basic postures and see if they like it. But going to a class and actually working with the yoga teacher so they're instructed in the breath and instructed in postures is also a possibility.
Well, we have an exercise for our audience on breathing, because you say it's all about the breath. Take us through it for our audience.
Okay.
Y'all are on the spot. Okay.
So a little bit of preparation is just coming into contact with your belly. So everyone bring their hands to their abdomen if you're comfortable doing that. I invite you to do this. No one has to participate if you don't feel like it. But try breathing and notice if your belly moves with your inhalation. And then exhale out. And if you've already had to exhale and inhale, that's fine. Part of yoga is increasing the expanse of your breath. So continue breathing. Does anyone feel movement in their abdominal muscles?
I may have too much fat on mine. I'm not sure what's going on.
No. Bring your hands up to your rib cage and see if you can feel breath in your ribs expanding. In your rib cage, you can always put your hands across your ribs if this doesn't feel comfortable.
It does make you feel really relaxed, because many times I think we're not really breathing. You know, we're on this fast pace.
Exactly.
And we're not really breathing. So it's almost like you're, I need that today.
Taking a deep breath. And so that's true. People aren't aware of the breath. So a lot of times with the pressure of the world, we end up holding our breath or breathing really shallowly in the upper chest or just in the mid belly. So eventually the yogic breath is kind of like the way toddlers and babies breathe. If you watch the way a young child breathes, they usually use all of that space.
So we should all give it a try. I guess it's a great workout, and it's a way to kind of get connected to ourselves. Any last advice you'd give to somebody who's reluctant about trying it?
I think I would invite everyone at home and in the audience to lift their hands overhead, reach up through your fingers, spread your fingers wide, stretch the webbing between each finger, breathe in, take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Notice that changes your state of mind or brings you into...
Girl, I feel great. I need to go home now. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and we'll be right back.
Thank you, Karen.
On the next episode of The Hour of Joy with Joy Sutton.
Who could think a cookie can help you breastfeed, girl? How did you come up with this idea?
Join us on Facebook and on the web at thehourofjoy.com.
The hour of joy, joy.
Experience the salon and day spa that sets the standard in the Valley. Le Chevaux Salon and Day Spa. With an incredible staff of 35 waiting to serve your needs, Le Chevaux tailors to your every desire. From styling to manicures and pedicures, from laser hair removal and facials to massage and couple spa treatments. You'll also find all of your cosmetics, including Bare Minerals, Smashbox Cosmetics, and many others. Plus, find hair care from Bumble and Bumble, Diva Curl, and more. Experience Le Chevaux at our 2 new locations.
Since 1866, Okies has taken care of Roanoke Valley families. We have grown and evolved over these past 145 years, but our dedication to the Roanoke Valley has never wavered. To this day, we are still owned and operated by the Okie family, so we can be flexible when a family has special requests. There are many affordable options, and we will never turn anyone away. Okie's Funeral Service and Crematory. Our family serving yours.
My day consists of corralling 3 kids, 2 dogs, and my husband. Today, it's soccer, gymnastics, and football.
Mom, I need some ketchup.
Can I get some ketchup, please? So when the old van broke down, I needed an auto loan fast.
Can I take this?
With Member One, my loan was approved quickly and I got an amazing low rate with flexible terms.
Apply for your low-rate Member One auto loan today by clicking on member1fcu.com or visiting a branch.
Member One, my loan solution for life.
The Joy of Giving is brought to you by Good Samaritan Hospice. Good Sam for good reasons.
Joy, we love to bring our audience a little joy with our giveaways. Today, some of our audience members will take home gift certificates for private and group yoga lessons, courtesy of Terry Flattery. Our signature sponsor, Member One Federal Credit Union, is giving all of our audience members a certificate for a free, full financial profile in order to get 2013 off to a great start and on a path towards success. Now, Member One is a full-service credit union serving Southwest and Central Virginia with an array of products and services to help members achieve their financial dreams. And every member of our studio audience is going home with Stanley Steamer's Spot Remover. Now, let me tell you, this is a great product because this product quickly and effectively removes spots on carpet and upholstery. It is water-based, leaves no residue, and guess what? It is pet-friendly. And it can be used on your carpet and upholstery. Stanley Steamer has also partnered with the Hour of Joy to offer one lucky family a home cleaning package. Just go to our giveaway section of our website and tell us why you or someone you know deserves to win this grand prize from Stanley Steamer. We'll announce the winner on our final show of the season. Stay with us.
After the break.
All that I want, all that I need, hey, hold me, yeah. Ooh, hold me, 'cause I never felt the love.
Valley Word Church, a place of hope, a place of healing, a place for family, a place where everyone belongs. Come experience Valley Word Church, Sunday mornings at 10 and Wednesdays at 7. We have a seat reserved just for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Jordan. As an executive coach and best-selling author, I've helped hundreds achieve career success, and I can help you too.
The Success Associates have given me the confidence and tools needed to take my career to the next level.
I started out unsure about my career direction. Now, thanks to Success Associates, I have a great career and life balance to enjoy it.
If you can dream it, we can achieve it. Open the door to your future. Call the Success Associates today.
My day consists of corralling 3 kids, 2 dogs, and my husband. Today, it's soccer, gymnastics, and football.
Mom, I need some ketchup.
Can I get some ketchup, please? So when the old van broke down, I needed an auto loan fast.
Can I take this?
With Member One, my loan was approved quickly, and I got an amazing low rate with flexible terms.
Apply for your low-rate Member One auto loan today by clicking on member1fcu.com or visiting a branch.
Member One, my loan solution for life.
Guest accommodations for the Hour of Joy with Joy Sutton are provided by Hyatt Place Roanoke Airport. Hyatt Place combines style and innovation to create a completely new hotel experience.
It's the
The Joy of Music is brought to you by Vibe, your source for today's best R&B and classic soul.
hour of joy, joy. It's the hour of joy.
On the Joy of Music, Carlisa Davis is here to perform her new single, Hold Me. The Roanoke, Virginia native is on her way to the top of the music charts with a soulful sound that will bring down the house. Let's give it up for Carlisa Davis.
La 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 la, yeah. I need you to hold me tight. Hey. man of my dreams, all I think about is you. My knight in shining armor, my fairy tale come true. All that I want, and all that I need. Hey, hold me, yeah. Ooh, hold me. 'Cause I never felt a love like this. I never felt a love like this, yeah. I never felt a love like this in my life. Hey, oh. Woo. I never seen a love like this, yeah. I never known a man like this in my life. So come on and hold me. Hold me. Hold me, yeah. Never let go. Come on and hold. I want you to hold me. Hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, yeah. Never let go. I'm yours for the asking. Do what you say and do. Open your mouth and say it. I wanna do it too. Baby, let go. Tonight we have no fear. Hey, hold me, yeah. Ooh, hold me. Come on and hold me. Ooh, hold me, yeah. Never let go. Come on and hold. I want you to hold me. Hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Never let go. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlisa. To learn more about her music, go to our website, thehourofjoy.com. Before we go, we have a message from a very special guest. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Jamie Singleton. I work here at WSCT ABC 13 in Lynchburg. I'm actually coming to you from our studio. I'm also a recovering addict, just like many of you. We are all recovering from a disease that affects all walks of life. From the typical street drug dealers that we're used to seeing on television and in the movies to the, well, on-air personalities. Some of you may remember my past, which, as you can imagine, involves some of what you heard on the show today. But as time goes on, as you stick to it, you can overcome this. I wanted to come on Joy's show today to say this. Anyone can easily fall into the disease of addiction. It's a slippery slope, especially if you haven't educated yourselves about the risk involved. So I encourage you to seek help. Kids, embrace the DARE program in your school. Ask your parents, guidance counselors, or school resource officers if you need or feel pressured or confused about drugs in your school. And always, always say no to drugs. Everyone else, whether it's through your doctor, rehab center, your church, God, or family, or both, you yourself have to make that decision to change. It's not just going to go away. At some point, you may hit rock bottom. I've been there, and it's not fun, but I got through it, and there's hope for you too. I grew up in Franklin County and had a normal life until my anxiety attacks started. I didn't know what they were, so I started self-medicating. But I knew I couldn't go on forever doing that, and I wanted to make that all-important change in my life for the better. Was it easy? No, it was not easy, but I've gotten through it so far. I spent weeks, months, and years of therapy and meetings trying to figure out what and why I made that decision 7 years ago. It allowed me to meet other people who were going through the same exact things I was going through, like you saw on the show today. And they didn't care that I was a TV weatherman. It didn't matter. What mattered was we all shared the same disease, and there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm here today because I've turned my life over to my personal Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Every single day begins and ends with glory, all the glory going to God. But I do have tools and support groups. And just to show you something here, this is a keychain that I've carried around for 7 years, kind of hard to see. But if you've been to a meeting before, you know what it means. It's simply the first keychain you stand up for in front of everybody. It's white to say that you're ready to change your life and turn it around. Now, this keychain's barely even a keychain now. It's got scratches and bite marks all over it. But I've used it, obviously, to get through some rough times. And I keep it as one of my reminders of what I went through. Many of the same things that you may be going through right now. Folks, it's okay to want help and to need help. Be patient. It takes time. You may hit rock bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, but never give up. You can and will recover in a good way if you work the program. Thank you for listening, and may God bless each and every one of you.
I hope you've been inspired or touched in some way by today's show to either seek the help you may need or to not give up on someone you love. That's going to do it for the Hour of Joy. Until next time, remember, every day is a little brighter when you start it with joy.
The Hour of Joy with Joy Sutton is a production of Sutton Impact Media.
Joy.